guys don't wear white. They don't wear white. They don't wear white. They don't wear white.
Hey everybody, welcome to Breakfast and BS with Vince and friends. With me is my co-pilot, friend, amigo, compadre, Sergio Sanchez, and of course, producer Virgil. Without him, none of this would be possible.
Producing nothing.
Producing magic. Magic in the air. The heavens are going to be so happy about this. Don't you judge me, Virgil.
I'm not good.
Just
silently.
Let me wrangle here. We're going to get into talking about things we're looking forward to. Since the last podcast, we kind of talked about, David Bowie and pop culture and music and stuff. So, Vince, what are you looking forward to, man? Anything particular?
You know what? 2016 is going to be a magical year. Yes, it started out shitty with my car getting broken into, me having no job, and, basically just pissing my life away.
That's what piss into a microphone.
Yeah. But I got you listeners.
Pissing in the wind.
I have somewhat of health. But most importantly, it's February. I'm excited. Deadpool. Got Batman, Superman. Got Suicide Squad coming out. And Doctor Strange all in this year. I'm excited for superhero movies. I mean, I love comics. That is my shit. I'm not one of these super nerds that can tell you every freaking artist from every single book. Don't get me wrong. I love the art in comic books. I wish I could draw. That's just not a skill set I've ever had. Believe me, I've tried. I've taken art classes. It just ends up looking like mumbled gibberish. So, but no, that's what I'm greatly looking forward to is the upcoming superhero movies, specifically Batman, Superman, because I'm a big Batman guy. I'm a big Superman. I'm wearing a Superman t-shirt today. Funny enough. So, that's what I'm looking forward to. Sergio, what are you looking forward to, buddy?
I'm definitely very, 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 very optimistic about this year. I think sometimes you just kind of have to hit the bottom, man, and sometimes you don't know where the bottom is. And I do believe that last year was kind of the bottom for me because just time for a career change, which I've done. It's been a rocky start, but I'm still optimistic about what I'm doing now. So I think I'm just, in general, nothing too, I'm looking forward to the same stuff that Vince is looking forward to in terms of movies. I hope we get a chance to enjoy them together. That's something that we've always had a chance to do. I know lately everyone's been busy and it's hard to get everyone together except for
I ain't been doing shit.
To regale you guys. Well, you know what I'm saying.
I know.
But, that comic book the movies, good. I'm happy that it's gotten to the point where they're not seen as this sort of B-budget sort of thing. And the fact that, A-list celebrities now are not shying away from those roles because they see them as some sort of, there's some stigma, you know what I mean? The comic book lore is some of the richest and most vibrant stories that you'll ever hear. It's captivating for all of us here at this table. One form or another, we each of us have a favorite comics. Vince is probably the most well-rounded, I think, at this table in terms of his love of Marvel and DC. I'm a huge X-Men fan, so I'm looking forward to that, actually, the new X-Men movie.
Oh yeah, X-Men Apocalypse. I forgot about
exactly. So X-Men Apocalypse, and hopefully you get a chance to attend. I have my tickets this year. I'll be at Comic-Con International in San Diego. I hope to see some of you guys out there.
I won't.
I know a lot of folks didn't get a chance to. Luckily, I've been pretty lucky, and I've been able to attend consistently. So looking forward to that in the summertime. So just trying to keep business running. A couple things to look forward to. Like I said, it's gonna be a good year. So.
Merch?
I am excited about the movies you did mentioned above, and actually there's also, if you're into comics too, check out San Diego Comic Fest also. That's sdcomicfest.org because these are actually some of the people who originally created the San Diego Comic Con, and they kind of preface this as says meet an outstanding array of professional creators without high-priced tickets, crowding, or long lines. I'm glad they said that.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, because they I think they actually have the comic book lover in mind, whereas Comic-Con is a total media circus where
Pop culture festival, I believe it's called now.
Yeah, but anyway, I mean, I grew up with, of course, Christopher Reeve as Superman, and that always gave me some, a very imaginative hope on everything, and just a good spin on, just kind of treating people, so I'm excited. I really like Man of Steel. I think that was the movie that everyone wanted to see. I'm like, how come Superman doesn't punch anybody? Well, there's a lot of punching in that one. In any case, and the other movies, I'm really excited to see. I'm also, looking forward, as this is the 10th year of my tribute band's existence, Miss Morrissey tribute, Still Ill.
I was there at your very first show at your sister's house.
Yes, you were. And so we hope to return to that video. So I'm actually on the lookout for some really nice venues to have the 10 year, and I'm thinking about having a couple bands that I know that are I'm really good standing with. Possibly if they're interested.
A Flock of Seagulls tribute.
Flock of Seagulls. Probably an Erasure Band and Depeche Mode possibly, but I'm still exploring my options here. But in any case, I'm really hoping this year will turn out great.
Better than last year?
Better than last year, and life is up and downs. It's always a complete circle. So marking things by the year, that's how we kind of gauge everything. And sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but we're all here in the same life that continues on, even though it'll continue on without us.
Sure. Yeah.
Well, that was nice. Lovely fellas, thank you. We touched on this a little bit, and I'd like to touch on it again. Like a priest and a schoolboy. Just joking. Es un chiste. I'd like to talk about comics. A lot of TV shows are coming out now based on comics. I don't know if you guys seen the new show on Fox, Lucifer.
Oh, I've heard
Great.
it.
I haven't had a chance
Check
to
it out.
I have no time.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat as producer Virgil Pyro here.
Yeah, no, it's great. I love Arrow, love the Flash. I love Supergirl.
I heard Supergirl's good. I heard it's really good.
Love her long time. Just throwing that out there. Somehow this gets to you. 32 seconds of disappointment. If you want, I'll even drink a Red Bull. Might be able to squeeze it to 35.
Oh Lord.
But no, I love comic books. I know Virgil loves comic books. I know Sergio likes comic books. We all have something that we love. Ninja Turtles was based off a comic book.
People didn't know that.
If you didn't know that, it's not just an 80s cartoon don't go back and watch. Just please, for your own.
Yeah. Keep that
For your own self-preservation.
Keep that as a childhood.
Leave that in childhood. I learned that lesson with G.I. Joe. Knowing is half the battle. And I know, just on the set, don't go back and watch it. I'm joking. Some people can do that. Thundercats.
No,
Still good.
Still good.
Yes,
Holds
amazing.
up.
Silverhawks.
Yeah. Good idea.
Bionic 6 too. Like I actually went back and I was like, and then there's some really good episodes, but man, I love. Okay, so I didn't mean to interrupt, but I have had my own comic books in the past. I drew manga. I still draw manga, and that's the thing is like back in the '80s, a lot of the opening themes or opening segments of 80s cartoons were all anime. If you look very, very close, it's like, and then at the end, the credits, you see all these like Japanese, artists and stuff.
Ninja Turtles, definitely.
Yeah,
Very,
definitely
very-
Ninja Turtles.
Speed
but
lines.
but
Lots
it
of speed lines.
Yeah, but it seemed that was like the contract thing to do. Okay, we got this new show. Let's get the anime people to do it. And then when we actually have the episode, it's gonna suck. But anyway, that just gonna put that in there. But yeah.
I got completely derailed.
Oh, sorry. That's
Oh,
right.
no.
I didn't do that.
No, it's fine. No, but we live here in beautiful sunny San Diego. Maybe not today. It's a little rainy for the one day a year. But we got Comic-Con, we got other comic conventions coming up, and I'm looking forward to each and every one of them. But where the hell was I going? But no, I'm a child of the 90s. So when I grew,
Yeah, we were born in the 80s, but we definitely grew up.
born in the
you know,
80s. I was
yeah.
born in 83. But I was born in 1983, unlike Virgil was born in freaking 1883. And so
Silent film, the best thing ever.
Call them Takis.
I call them Takis now. Dun, 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 dun. So anyways, what I liked about comic books as an adult now was the sense of legacy. How it didn't matter what color you were or whatever you were. The hero that you might have started off with may not be the hero you grew up with.
Yeah, there was an evolution, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I understand how Jordan was the Green Lantern in the 70s and 80s. But in the 90s, I grew up with Kyle Rayner. And that's my Green Lantern. That's who I associate the most with. And I know people in the 40s, like Virgil, grew up with Alan Scott as the Green Lantern.
Red Cape.
Or Jay Garrick as the Flash, who later became Barry Allen. But I grew up with Wally West as the Flash. And it kills me now that freaking comic books have kind of just, that DC Comics in particular, have kind of just thrown all that away to just bring back the reestablished character from whoever's in charge's generation. And yeah, alright, some people recognize them as this person or whatever, but the person I grew up with just kind of got thrown to the side, became a side character or just completely erased, and I don't appreciate that. I don't like that. DC rebooted everything with the New 52 and made everybody younger again and all that. And what happened to my favorite character is Dick Grayson, the original Robin, later became Nightwing. Is now he's just kind of lost in the shuffle because they want a younger Batman, they want a young Bruce Wayne, but then they also gave him 5 fucking Robins. Dick Grayson got lost in the shuffle because he's too old to be, considered Bruce's son. Even though Bruce raised him from the age of 9 or 12, depending on who you ask. I like the 9-year-old personally.
That actually has a very interesting social aspect to that in real life, because I have new children now, so the old, just get pushed away to the side or something like that.
Yeah.
Or, new dad, new mom, that type of thing. Anyway.
Yeah, but then, you got Jason Todd, who's only supposed to be like a couple years younger than Dick Grayson now, and then you got Tim Drake, who's was like an intern Robin, I don't know, there for a summer. And then you have his son Damian Wayne, who was now all of a sudden artificially grown in a tube. And I'm just saying, just to make some sense, you guys could have got rid of Tim Drake and had Jason be dead, but still be younger than, just like a year or two younger than Dick Grayson, and just, I don't know. I know there's no easy way because everybody has a favorite character, but there's a smarter way to do things, and now you're just kind of going, oh look, we brought everybody that you love, and we're bringing more. With books like We Are Robin, and bringing in a bunch of other new faces into the Bat family, and I'm just like, no, stop, you're trying too hard. And same thing going on with Marvel right now. I feel a lot of the classic characters now are just being kind of, and on the flip side of that, are just being thrown away to make room for new minority versions of the character or different sex versions of the character, and it doesn't feel like it's natural. It doesn't feel like it was like meant for a reason.
It's forced.
Yeah, it feels forced.
Contriving.
And that's what's killing me about Marvel, because like, oh, look how diverse we are, but it feels like the sake of being diverse for diversity's sake.
Right.
Yes, they've got great characters like the new Miss Marvel, like Miles Morales, but Miles Morales was in an alternate universe who became so popular that they're like, oh, well, the whole universe is destroyed, but we put Miles Morales in with the regular universe, and I'm like, no, how does this help anybody? I think Stanley said it best, is nobody knows what color Spider-Man is because he wears a mask, because he has... he has the bodysuit. Anybody can be Spider-Man under there. You're supposed to see yourself in the hero.
Yeah.
Let them inspire you.
Identify with them.
Yeah. I identified most with Dick Grayson because I always felt like my older brother's sidekick. Don't get me wrong, I love my older brother with all my heart. But, you go to certain circles, I'm known as his little brother. His little big brother.
His big little brother.
His big little brother. And I'm okay with that. I've made peace with that. But I know people that know me as myself and know him as my brother. I think they think I'm somewhat all right. And I'm okay with that. But goddamn 90s comics, Jesus Christ, what the hell was everybody thinking? Time of mullets and freaking pouches everywhere.
Well, it was very interesting that we bring up 90s because that was the time period I was making comic books, and that was before. This was during Jim Lee's rise, and like a lot of, like Todd McFarlane. Who was the guy who did Captain America? Jim Liefeld. Anyway, so it was very interesting because during that time, our comic book company was a little indie thing called Cypher, and we were actually only a few tables down from those guys, and it was really interesting because you could tell they were on the heels of being hot and everything like that, and they hit their peak. Jim Lee's still going strong.
He's helped running DC Comics right now.
Because that was the whole thing, is they left Marvel because they wouldn't let them do what they want to do, and they made Image, and then and after Image had their boom point, then the thing started to fizzle, and then okay, well, we need to make money again, so
didn't Jim Lee make Wildstorm after that?
Yeah, well, it's they're kind of almost in the same branch, but in any case, but after a while, you mend bridges again, and so you had Jim Lee working for DC, and then
Todd McFarlane went back to Marvel, didn't he?
I don't know. I wasn't really following Todd very much, but anyway.
He has one of the best Spider-Mans though.
And then
his art on Spider-Man was great.
And I'm sorry to say, I call Chris, Rob Liefeld. I don't know, the dude. I'm sorry, this is my little rant. Change your style, man. It's like every drawing is the same. I mean, you can only make skinny noses and the same pose for so long, man. Go back to life drawing class. Anyway.
I know we just got done talking about stuff we're looking forward to. I'd like to change gears for a second. I'm going to keep it on popular culture, but I'm going to hit the fast forward and get out of the 90s. Right now, what I'm not looking forward to, and this is goddamn you, Hollywood, this is my little rant for today, which is the new Star Trek movie. I'm a huge Star Trek fan.
Love it. Can't wait.
Yeah. Vince, he may or may not be saying that just to bust my balls, but I have a point here.
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
And my point is, can we just not make it like Mission Impossible in the stars? You know what I mean? There's so much more there to Star Trek. I don't think there's one line of meaningful dialogue. And the problem is this. Star Trek didn't need for us to go back and give us, Kirk and Spock over again. That's been done. The thing about Star Trek is it's about the future. So how about you embrace that principle and you give us, that.
They gave us better Spock.
Talk about. Shut up, Vince. God rest your soul, Leonard Nimoy. Spinning his grave right now. But regardless of whether or not Zachary Quinto did a good job interpreting Spock,
he came back twice to pass the torch back to him. He's like, he did it so good that he gave it to him twice.
Yeah, no,
just saying.
That's fine. Okay, I'm willing. What's done is done. But what I'm saying is, moving forward, especially when it comes to the TV shows, CBS or Paramount, whoever the hell owns the rights right now, I wish I could slap the shit out of all of you. And this is why. You guys are producing a new show. You're going to release on streaming only on demand instead of broadcast television, so you're already alienating a lot of shit ton of your fans. And they're not even using a streaming service that people use, right? They're trying to do their own, push their own video on demand. So they're basically, punishing, the loyal fans of Star Trek. You guys are trying to kill Star Trek XNR, which is a fan film, which actually is of some quality, And so rather than embracing the fan films, you guys are making it a point to kill them in favor of producing a new show that's straight for streaming. I don't know, guys. I don't know what the hell you're doing, but you're killing me as a Star Trek fan. Just embrace the fan films and stop. Just make a show for TV the way it was meant to be. Forget about the big blockbuster movies because we don't need any more of this freaking, Mission Impossible in the stars, like I said. Focus on the future. Get back to TV. Get back to your roots. And, I think the fans will appreciate it.
Heaven forbid they make an entertaining movie, Sergio. Heaven forbid.
There's more to Star Trek than just entertainment, right? There's so much meaningful dialogue there, that's just being all it is. It's like a collection of sound bites now, and they're just doing it a disservice. Star Trek was definitely the more cerebral aspect of it. Is what I enjoyed, and I know a lot of the true fans enjoy. So they're making a Star Trek for everybody now, which I understand, but at the same time, it really is losing a bit of its identity, I think. And that's why right now I don't even know what to think anymore. You know what I mean? Am I gonna watch the new Star Trek movie? Probably. I will probably watch it because as a fan, I guess I'm just a glutton for punishment. But definitely, so far from the trailer, it just looks like another action flick. I really hope it's more than that, but I don't know. I'm losing faith.
So, someone at work made a good point that he's glad J.J. Abrams did the Star Wars because he totally wrecked Star Trek.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, Star Trek's not an action series; it's science fiction. And
it is
a lot of cerebral type of
topics. Exactly.
And so
there is action. Don't get me wrong, but the thing is, it has to be balanced out by. Otherwise, it loses its whole point. It's about interaction with other societies, learning, exploring. It's
Green alien chicks.
Yeah, it's about the future of humanity, not reducing it to its baser. The same crap we're basically dealing with now. That's my rant.
Yeah, also just like Hollywood. What is with all the reboots?
Yeah.
Stop it. And so when you reboot, then you're just retelling the story again, but then you're adding out your own little element in it, which doesn't make you special.
Yeah, it makes you shit on what made the original what it was.
Yeah, it's like you have a really great car, and then you start adding in all this stuff that there's like, oh, this is cool, then all of a sudden it doesn't go.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just
or it just doesn't resemble the original. Vision. It doesn't. So I think we just need to get back to basics. Hollywood it's this formula. It's formulaic. That's the problem. And I think you'll see that you'll have more appreciative fans if you just try to get back to basics when it comes to everything.
And also the premise is that the audience is already built in. Let's just make this movie. And
so it's a cash grab.
Then you ruin both generations. Like,
right.
Okay,
exactly.
we'll talk about. For Angel it was Gem.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh boy, because Gem was about this, and then it turned into this horrible.
Did it even make it to theaters?
No. Well, I think it.
I think it was only in there for two days, and they're like, nah, nobody came to see this.
Yeah, because no one cares about teenagers recording themselves on YouTube as a band. It's
I believe teenagers do
because everybody does it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Who cares? The original one was about a girl who.
Took over her father's record company.
The record company, but also had an orphanage.
Yeah.
So there was some type of moral element to it, but none of that was apparent in the new one that I know of.
If they were recording on a reel-to-reel instead of, maybe it would have still captured some of that nostalgia, right?
Do they still have synergy in the new one?
I don't think so. I think someone was just named Synergy.
Oh, that's bullshit. I don't know, Jim. What the hell are you guys talking about?
Hey, you know what? Like I said previously, they got they got some Japanese animators to do the beginning, and that's what I like most about it. And after I saw, that was my example actually, because when you actually saw the episode, I was like, wow, this is bad drawing.
Alright, well, we're about the 24-minute mark or so, Vince. You want to hit the go home, or
All
you got
right.
anything else?
Can we give a little teaser for next week or next time, I should say? I don't know when you're gonna get to this. You know, I've been thinking about this. Next time we'll get to top 5, our personal top 5 underrated pro wrestlers.
Okay.
So, thank you very much. You can find Sergio Sanchez on Facebook. Sergio Sanchez. He's the lovely looking guy with the beard and probably next to a tank. Help support Virgil in his band Still Ill San Diego. You can find them on Facebook
Or StillIll.net.
or StillIll.net, and you can find me on Facebook and Twitter as Maldecido1904. Stop by, take a picture, or like a picture, And thank you very much. I'll get the check.